we have with us right here on the couch, Kodah Kaze. He is a comedian, events, television host, and actor. He has performed and hosted several events across the country and recently released his debut comedy special themed, Don't Judge Me. Hi.
Hi, good morning.
How are you
Thank
doing?
you for having me.
I'm good.
I'm fine, I'm fine.
Kodah Kaze.
Yes, Kaze.
What's the name? How did you come about the name?
Kaze is my last name, my family name.
Okay.
It means the special one. It's of Afizere, Jos, Plateau State.
Aha.
Yeah, our names are very peculiar.
Yeah, I was going to say Jos.
Our names are very peculiar. Go on. Zamani. Very weird name. So,
Kaze, I love it.
Yeah.
What does Kodah mean?
So Kodah is a nickname.
Oh, okay.
I picked that up from secondary school and it's stuck. So, I mean.
What's your real name?
Emmanuel.
Emmanuel.
So Emmanuel Kaze.
So how did you come about Kodah?
The Kodah games, like back in the day.
Ah, okay. Used to be an outlet.
Well, so I used to be very active in sports.
Okay, fantastic.
So back in the days in secondary school, I mean, somehow they just, called me the name and it stuck. So when I was going to start comedy, I mean, I didn't want to do the regular things that people do. Funny this, funny case, hilarious, humorous.
Funny.
I just thought to stick with Kodah and,
And it's nice, fantastic. You've been doing this for almost a decade, stand-up comedy.
Yes, I have.
And we've seen a lot of people, or a lot of other comedians who started, almost at the time, and even some who haven't even gone halfway, through a decade, who have, given up and like, you know what, let's do something else. Maybe we've gone into acting or, skate making. What has kept you grounded for this long?
My dreams, the need to fulfill destiny. Yeah, I don't think that I'm running anyone's race. I'm running my race. So I just have to be focused on my race and my own journey. I mean, this is me. This is who I am. This is my purpose. And I have to fulfill it. And, in God's time, everything will fall in place. So, I mean, nothing distracts me. I really do not care what happens around me. It's me and my race. So that's it.
Okay, let's talk about the evolution that the comedy industry in Nigeria has sort of experienced, especially with the advent of COVID-19.
Oh, yeah.
We saw a shift, like a complete, total shift across different industries. And, the stand-up comedy industry sort of dovetailed, and that was the advent of skit making. We saw comedians began to use the social media page or platforms to promote their brand, to promote their product, to promote whatever it is that they're selling. How did that affect you as a comedian in that space?
I would not say I completely agree with the assertion that, stand-up comedy nosedive. Okay. Before social media, like back in the days, in the 90s or in the 80s, some comedians come into mainstream popularity via television shows. And because at the time, television was the main media, do you understand? So it just happened that, recently social media is like new media. Okay. So, I mean, the same things that you put on television, if you put the same content up on, social media, you still get your numbers. So I think for a lot of comedians, we probably just stopped, putting out quality productions. And if we had done that, we probably would not be having this conversation. So the skit makers just took advantage of what they have, just put on your ring light, turn on your phone, record stuff and post online. If, stand-up comedians did the same thing, just keep putting your own content online, I don't think we'll be having this conversation. So nothing happened to stand-up comedy. I mean, the comedians are still doing well. In Hollywood, even here, people are still, my special is out, Abby.
Yes, we'll talk about that for a minute, but let's sort of, sort of piggyback on how you began and that life. What was that moment where you knew that like a mama made it moment, like mama, I made it moment for you? When was that moment for you as a comedian?
Have I made it? For me, I just enjoy my journey.
Okay.
Because that's what I do. I just enjoy my journey because the destination is still a long way ahead. I don't want to be counting my days right now. It's a long journey ahead. Every day is a new day to live my dreams. I mean, I released my first comedy special, which is a landmark achievement. The next one will be a bigger one. The other one, a bigger one. When I begin to sell out of the arenas and the auditorium around the world, that's another landmark achievement. So if I call this a mama I made it moment, what happens when I sell out the O2 Arena?
Okay, all right.
So it's just one step at a time. We just keep going.
Did you have, talk to us about your Don't Judge Me special, which you just released. Did you have other lineup of comedians as well?
Oh, yeah. So what a comedy special is as a comedian, you just go up and you give us like, an hour, 30 minutes, comedy body of work, about a particular thing. Then during the process of the recording, you would have like, say, a couple comedians open for you. In my case, I had four opening comedians, and I went on stage and I did my thing for almost an hour.
Almost an hour. That's a long time.
Yeah.
Do you ever feel a downtime?
No, hell no. I mean, I've been doing this for almost a decade now.
I mean, what happens when you are, in the vibe, you're in your zone, you're feeling yourself, and then you're getting not so similar response from the audience in terms of...
not with me. I mean, the way stand-up comedy works here, we have what we call comedy clubs.
Okay.
So I've been doing comedy clubs every week for almost 8 years.
Wow.
Yeah,
every week?
Every week for almost 8 years.
How do you get the inspiration for your jokes?
At some point, I was doing twice a week.
Wow.
I did twice a week for like 3 years.
And for every performance, you give fresh jokes?
Just keep going. Just keep going. Nigeria is a funny country. Things happen every day. So, I mean, you have to be on your toes. You have to just keep creating. You just have to keep... It's like what... the training ground is to footballers. You just have to go, keep going. Like you try something, you go the next week, you try another thing. And, when you're ready to put out the body of work, you sit and you collate all of these things. And it's like when musicians make an album.
Yeah.
You hear sometimes that some of them recorded up to 200 songs for a 10-track or a 12-track album.
Wow.
So it's the same thing.
Do you script your jokes?
Yes, to a very large extent I do.
Oh, okay. Fantastic. So we're expecting another special from you next year?
Let's see how that goes.
Okay, fingers crossed, right?
Yeah, fingers crossed. I really don't like to talk too much. I'm not a coming soon guy. I just hit it.
You just hit it.
Straight up.
All right. Wishing you all the best.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
And
And let me tell them, go on my YouTube channel to see my comedy special. It's titled Don't Judge Me.
Okay.
My YouTube channel is Kodah Kaze, my name. So just go see it. It's unarguably one of the most amazing comedy body of work out of Africa.
I will definitely check that out.
You should. Everyone should check it out.
Everyone should check it out. We have to head over to the kitchen now. Our chef has made something scintillating.
This is a big motivation.
All right, fantastic. So let's head over to the kitchen, shall we?
Fantastic.